Hi folks, and welcome back to my channel. I just thought I'd give you a quick sort of like hamster update. I just thought I'd film this for you all. I was on a watching some Victoria Rachel's videos and just decided to sort of pop a couple more new things in my hamster cage and just sort of tidy up a bit. So here I am, sort of just spot cleaning it and just tidying up a bit, because sometimes when I'm asleep, my dwarf hamster George does like to make things a little bit messy in his cage, or do like to keep it nice and clean and tidy. So here I'm taking out the food bowl, and then just taking the sort of like top layer of the wood shavings out, and obviously like I'll pop in some fresh a little bit later on. This normally takes me around like 5 to 10 minutes ish, because if it's quite deep bedding, it takes me like a while. But I've stopped doing the full cage clean now, because obviously hamsters like to have their own scent, and I don't really want to stress my dwarf hamster out. So here I'm just taking out the first layer. I didn't know where to put the camera, so I just popped it on my tripod on a stool that I got from B&M. So yeah, I did add a couple of new things to his cage over the weekend, and then obviously he's gotten used to it. But I'm always sort of like adding things and making little changes. But I think the way the cage is now, I will probably end up sticking to that. So yeah, it's pretty good. I like it, and George likes it as well. If you're wondering where I got the hammock from, that's covering my hand, that my arm's covering, I got it from the Facebook page called Cage Hammocks and Accessories. It's a super high quality hammock. So this is basically inside the cage, and then I took that ledge out the other day. That's me showing you the bender bridge. This is the Carefresh. It's really absorbent for hamsters as well. And then also that's me sort of showing the top layer gone. And now after I've popped some fresh bedding in and the old bedding, it wasn't really dirty because he doesn't sleep in this one. He sleeps in the other one. He's sort of like his play cage. And I've just mixed in some forage mix, which smells amazing, by the way. I've still got some mealworms down there as well. This is the forage mix that I popped in. It's called Summerfield, I think it is, by Rosewood Naturals. And then obviously the bender bridge there at the back as well. I did end up moving it because I wasn't comfortable where it was, so I did move it to the other side, facing the ramp. And here I'm just filling up the platform, because a little bit of the plastic was showing, so I just ended up topping it up. The Carefresh is actually really good. It soaks up urine and smells really good. Obviously some of the Carefresh does like to go into the food bowl, and I do make sure that's all out before George goes into it and starts eating. So I'm just making sure everything's all clean and tidy now, and it's sort of like where it should be. I'm making sure nothing's sort of sticking up where it shouldn't. So this is his food. It's a mixture of science selected pellets. I was thinking about popping the mealworms in there as well, but I just pop them in separately. Mealworms do give hamsters protein, and they do get quite a bit of fat from them, so I've started giving the old George three mealworms a day. There's this little coconut hide that he likes to go in the corner. That's from Pets at Home. I did do a Pets at Home haul on my hamster care channel. I'll put the link to that in the description. I have been uploading on that for a little bit, but not much lately, because I've just been feeling super tired and super drained out. So if you want to see any more hamster videos on here, let me know, because I will do them. This is a bit of a quick tour of the cage. This is obviously his play cage. There's his carrot and fennel bar that he loves eating. He's making his way through that at the moment. And then obviously the garland that was technically for Christmas. I just decided to leave it up because I like the star pattern. Then he's got his sand bath inside his strawberry hide there as well. Some of the sand he does like to kick out. There's his wheel. He hardly goes on this, to be honest with you. I have been thinking about getting a bigger wheel for him and just clamping it on the side. And then there's a wooden bridge going up there. And then this Trixie corner platform, which has been on since like last year. And now we move over to his actually like living cage where his food and water is. There's his hammock, lovingly made by Jess, who has her own Facebook page. I'll pop it in the description below. It's super cozy. George likes it. Sometimes after everyone had a bit of a cage clean, and he doesn't like really like what I've done to, but he does sleep he does sleep in his hammock. Then he's got his tree spoiler on his ledge, and then I've popped another corner shelf in. I did buy 2 of these just to put them together, but I hated it, so I ended up putting the plastic platform back. And then that's the tube that runs through all the way at the back of the cage into his other one. And then his coconut hide that he likes to go in and clean himself sometimes. And then also he's got his food bowl down there. And then sort of like a loofah type leaf. I like to pop that in there because it's something that's always been in there and it's easy used to seeing. And then that's a sort of overview of the cage. Obviously you've got his little photo in the photo frame there. It's always been up there. I was thinking about popping it in between the 2 cages. Then he's got his massive box of food, and then his forage mixes as well, and then his mealworms there too. And then I did organise all this the other day, so I've got a spare coin platform there and that lookout ledge, which I've been thinking about popping back in. And then he's got his sand, 2 dusters for when I clean out the tubes and stuff at the back, and then paper bed in, and his ball. 3 bales of wood shavings that I've not actually opened yet. They've been sat there for a handful of weeks now. And then obviously this big box of wood shavings, and that's a Harry Potter cushion that I got from Primark. And then the last little bit of Carefresh as well. So that's a sort of overview of the cage. As I said, I sort of decided to just film this for you all because it's been a while since I've done a bit of a cage and hamster update. So yeah, if you like this, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know if you want to see any more hamster videos, because I will upload them. Just let me know in the comments if you want to see them. But yeah, just make sure you give it feel free to give it a thumbs up, and I shall see you all in my next video. Take care, folks.